Earlier this week, the remains of Korean independence activist Hwang Ki-hwan finally returned to South Korea from New York 100 years after his death. You may be more familiar with him as Mister which is the name of the Korean drama about his life released in 2018. To talk more about this hero, we're joined by Reverend Chang Chul-woo from New York. Welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us. First off, can you tell us about Hwang Ki-hwan in terms of him being an independence activist?
Yes. He was 1919, the Paris Peace Conference attended as a secretary. The chairman was Kim Il-sung, and his Korea independence movement activity as well. And then after 3 months, Kim Il-sung left Paris to Shanghai, but Hwang Ki-hwan left there, and then he is almost 2 years. He is a movement of Korean independence to the European people, or who are the stay in Korea, in Korean people, and he organized the Korean Association in the Federation Committee, and then he made a magazine, the Korean Free Korean, by friends, and after during the 2 years. He is as a chair of the Korean community in Europe, the strong movement, also the propaganda, the Korean freedom. And he is, at that time, he fight the Japanese government because some of Korean people liberal stay in Europe, but Japanese people take over to Japan but Mr. Hwang Ki-hwan fight them, and then 35 Korean people can stay in Europe as a permanent visa, to Paris or England, and then they can stay in Europe. So as that time, his age was 37 years old, very strongly activity for the Korean independence movement. So we didn't know that, but after we found his grave, then we know that. Also, the Ministry of Patriots and the Veterans Affairs does survey and research, and then amazing that he is working for the Korean independence movement and freedom.
Right. You just mentioned discovering his grave, the independence activist Hwang Ki-hwan. Can you talk about the discovery of the grave of the activist?
Oh yes, that I think this year of 2008. I was a Korean church as a minister. That time I found all our Korean church membership record. I found some of our old members were they died and buried. But Whang Kee-whan, the only Hwang Ki-hwan, the road mark, where is a cemetery and when, even the grave mark number. So I called the young adults. Then we get together. Someday we found the cemetery. That is a Mount Olivet Cemetery. Then we're gonna check where is a Korean Korean name. The stone. I don't know what we say. But maybe that time the thousand graves all over.
Right.
We couldn't find at that time.
So many, right?
So, yeah. And then the next time, I visit the office, and then where is Mr. Hwang? And I checked his name in the books.
Wow.
Then where is West Lawn? He was West Lawn, the grave area. So we found West Lawn, and then one young man say, here is a Korean name, the Hwang Ki-hwan.
Right.
And also the Taehanin, Korean Hwang Ki-hwan, they say.
Wow.
But there's mark there. You watch that, or also the other Korean name, and then I found it.
That's impressive.
We surprised, really surprised. All over, more than 1,000 graves, all over the English, or sometimes Chinese, Japanese names.
Right.
But only it is Korean words over there.
Right.
So that is 2008.
Right.
Exciting. Very, very exciting. And then that time we didn't know the Hwang Ki-hwan was a famous
activist.
Activist. And then
also, right. Reverend, before we let you go, quickly, why do we need to remember Mr. Hwang Ki-hwan as an independent activist? I mean, why is his return so significant?
Oh, yes. And then we found it. I wrote, we found one of the Korean grave. There's a baby, that time is 70 years ago. He died 1923, April 17, wrote there. So I announced it and write a newspaper, 중앙 Daily newspaper. But
right.
That's paper, that's news to Korea, and then Korean 중앙 Daily newspaper also they catch it.
Right. So many stories surrounding the activist.
Pardon?
So many stories on the independent activist.
Oh yes.
Right.
But yes, that time we didn't know who is Hwang Ki-hwan, but after months, Ministry of Patriots and Veterans Affairs, when Secretary called me, we looking for the Hwang Ki-hwan, and you found the grave. Maybe it's not one the same name or the other people. We don't know, but he wanna come here and check.
Right.
After 1 month, one member, the Minister of Patriots and Veterans Affairs, one member came to here. He checked. Oh, we found it. It is almost more than 10 years they're gonna research and wanna found Hwang Ki-hwan, but now we found it, and then
Right, Reverend. We would love to keep you with us for more stories on the activists, but thank you so much for your time and insight and all the storytelling this morning.
Oh, yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. And my speaking English, there's some trouble.
No worries. It was perfect and it was more than enough. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye.